Blog Talk Radio.
What is up? Field Street Forum Live here tonight. We are back. We are live. Ready to get us a show in, do a little talking about Georgia football, Georgia recruiting. Got a nice night set up for y'all. Didn't get off to the best start, to be honest. We're about 7 minutes late. Had some issues going on, technical difficulties. But we are here and ready to rock and roll. I am your host, The Real Dre, soon to be joined by Jason Harry Dog, and right now joined by one Mr. Dustin. What is going on, buddy?
What is up?
Not a whole lot, man. Just getting on here and making things happen. We are, like I said, Field Street Forum Live. Make sure you check out fieldstreetforum.com. Hit us up on all social media, Field Street Forum, Field ST Forum. Hit me up at The Real Dre. If you want to shout out to Dustin, at DWoody15. Tonight, we are going to have Georgia offensive line commit. All right, hold on. Hold on. Akinola Ogunbiyi will be joining us here this evening. Big 6'4", 330-pound offensive guard out of Sugar Land, Texas. Looking forward to talking with him. Lots of stuff going on with him. Texas kid coming out to Georgia. It's going to be fun, man. I want to get to know him, talk to him a little bit tonight, and see where he thinks this 2020 class is heading for the Georgia Bulldogs and Kirby Smart. And, of course, got to talk about Sam Pittman when we talk about offensive line, man. So Dustin, dude, I tell you what, why don't we do this, and I'll just let you just kind of run with it for a minute, but just kind of give us a quick rundown of since we've last been on the air. Has it been about 3 weeks now? Do you have a quick rundown of most recent commits over those last, 3 weeks or so?
Yeah, so I would say the most recent one would be Joshua Braun, which was pretty much a head-to-head battle with Florida. 4-star offensive tackle, can play guard as well. He might be playing guard for us, but really good mobile kid, more of like a Cade Mays 2.0. Go down the field, finish the snap. We got a very big mean streak. So that's definitely a big get on that one. And also last weekend, Warren Brinson, which was one-time commit to Georgia about a year ago after a game in Athens. He committed on the spot, decommitted, made a top 2 list with Georgia and Florida, and then the next day committed with Georgia. So that makes the whole class
nice.
All 4 or 5 stars.
Nice, and it's been a nice, very big run here in the last, like I said, the last couple of weeks. Or how long is the Braun kid? Was that a bit of a surprise, or was that kind of expected, or what?
I think it was expected. The timing was kind of quicker than we thought because he had an official visit coming this weekend. But as we all know, there might be certain reasons why Kirby has people commit when they do. So
Right.
Florida had just lost a commit, a 4-star on the same night. So could have been some timing issued on that one.
I mean, maybe rubbing a little salt in the wound as well.
I don't think that's going to be the last one that's going to happen in the next week or so.
Or may not even be salt. Maybe it may even be more infectious than salt. I don't know.
Yeah, I think
Kirby doesn't have much love
I think Mullen will learn to kind of do his own thing and stop worrying about Kirby.
Yeah. Who's the most out of those last ones you were talking about? The ones over the last 2-3 weeks, 3-4. What was it, about 3 or 4? Well, I guess it wasn't one a week, but was it just the two?
We might have missed. We actually might have missed Jalen Carter too. To be honest with you.
Oh yeah.
Which he could easily end up being a 5-star when it's all said and done on 247. I know a lot of those guys down in Florida that were covering him really liked him. He had a good spring and good scrimmage game.
Mhm. That's the big defensive end, right?
Defensive tackle.
Tackle, yeah.
You know, a lot of people are comparing him to Geno Atkins, but I hate to make that comparison whenever that guy's really made a lot of money for himself.
Right. It's shaping up pretty good bit. I mean, we had a little bit of questions about, defensive line recruiting, but Brinson and then Carter, who could be one of the top defensive tackles in the country, committed. Now you got Stackhouse already committed, and I guess Burrows as well, both D linemen. Do you think? Well, I don't really want to. I don't know, man. I don't want to get into that part of it, but you know where I'm going with it.
Yeah, we'll try to keep it positive. We got a long time till November, December hits.
Right.
I will say it's kind of pretty good to have the needs pretty much addressed, and now you can kind of go after who you want to go after. I mean, pretty much other than running back, we kind of have a clear picture of where we're going to go everywhere. But our guest that will be on the phone call, he's going to do his best to try to make sure we shore up running back pretty good.
Right. And you already saw a lot of the commits talking, a lot of the recruits talking about the moves Georgia's making here in the last few weeks. A lot of positive momentum with Georgia right now, all across the country. Who do you think took notice the most of these big offensive linemen coming in?
I want to say that you would think that Evans would, but I really think Milton. If you go look back to the G-Day game in the scrimmage and the big group picture that they had, everybody in the picture, I think those are probably the most tight-knit guys that were uncommitted, and a lot of them came committed since then. So I personally think Milton, he's got a lot to think of if he's going to try to go somewhere else, because he's going to have a lot of his buddies that are going to be wearing the red and black.
Yeah. How did you in that picture? You mentioned that picture. I know a lot of people that did create a lot of buzz, a lot of chatter about this class. Who in that picture are we still waiting on right now? I mean, I guess Milton was in it, but and who?
The key,
like you said, most of them are committed, but who's still kind of the ones that we think maybe soon?
Yeah, we still got Ringo on that list. We got McLaughlin on that list out of Texas. We have Milton on that pitcher. And we got Ohio State commit Paris Johnson on there. But I don't from Braun committing and who we have visiting, I think Pittman's gonna go with people that want to be here than really kind of chase stuff. I don't think he's in the position where he has to chase people right now.
Right. Yeah, it would be nice, but it seems like things have kind of slowed down a little bit on the Paris Johnson train to Athens anyway.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, he's really good. It'd be nice to get him, but like I said, I like how all the offensive linemen get along with each other, and they're on social media trying to recruit. So I'd rather have people on board that really want to be here.
Mhm. Yeah, it's slowed down on the Paris Johnson to Athens, but it's picked up steam with several others to Athens. Other lines are definitely picking up steam.
We'll probably have 3 or 4 guys drafted this year on the O-line, so you're going to start seeing after he has draft picks every year going through the league. I don't think he's going to have to chase anybody ever again.
Oh, yeah. And Pittman is just, I mean, that guy, who wouldn't want to play for that guy, man? I mean, just seeing him out there.
Yeah, he seems to have a lot of fun, don't he?
Oh, yeah. I loved it after the Braun commitment where he went to social media and talking about the finals and saying a lot of stuff happening in the north, but a lot of action down in the south. Go Dogs. Yes, sir. And holding his little bulldog and everything. Oh, it's hilarious.
I mean, that would be really cool to commit, and you know that he's about to hit you up with a video right after you do it. You know, most people are looking to see what comments are and who's tweeting them and stuff, and you got to know each one of them is refreshing his page, waiting for that video to hit.
You know they're refreshing every 10 seconds to make sure they catch it first, get the first like on it, and retweet or, share or what have you. I tell you, another guy who's probably pretty stoked right now is in this class is that Carson Beck's going to have 4 years at least playing with this kind of offensive line in front of him.
Yeah, you
has those personal protectors out front.
And it's going to be probably 3 deep too.
Exactly. Let's take a look real quick. Of the O linemen committed, Broderick Jones, Tate Ratledge, of course, Akinola Ogunbiyi. Let's see, any other O linemen? Oh, and Josh Braun. Out of those guys, is there anybody, who do you think could be a day one starter? Is there anybody that you can think of, like kind of projecting, I guess, who's, gone? Like you said, we're going to have 3 or 4 guys probably drafted next year, so from the O-line, so that'll open up some spots. But is there any of the guys in that group, group coming in, that you think may pull a, Andrew Thomas and take over day one?
I mean, I don't think it's probable. I think probably Tate has the best opportunity, but there had to be some injuries or something. Not saying he couldn't, but
yeah, well, we don't want that. So let's.
But I mean, year 2 starters, I think any of them could. I think even Braun, I think they all have upside.
Yeah.
Strength and conditioning is a big thing too. It's who takes care of their body the quickest too. And that's the best thing about coming in. You could either redshirt, play special teams, and really work on your body and not have to be concerned about being thrown into the fire really quick.
Yeah, that's true. Dude, you want to talk about, I know this isn't true, but with strength and conditioning, Notori Johnson. Dude, have you seen pictures of him online now? After what, 2 years, 3 years?
He looks like he can play DE, not D-line.
Dude, he has totally transformed his body. I mean,
I don't think he played defensive lineman in high school, did he?
Yeah, he did. He played some. He would play both ways with that team, but he was more of a kind of a plug and take up blockers kind of D tackle. I mean, he was athletic. Don't get me wrong, but he was so big he would just take up 2 blockers and free up everybody else to make the play. But the kid is obviously just crazy athletic. I mean, we've seen him do the handsprings and backflips and all that kind of stuff at 340 pounds. So obviously there's a ton of athletic ability there. But man, my God, the transformation he has made in his body is just incredible to me.
And he has diabetes, so he has to make life choices to sustain a healthy lifestyle. So I think for him, it's kind of like once he started feeling that way, he probably got kind of addicted to the strength and conditioning program. But I mean, I think he was pushing 330, 340 when he came. Well, he might not have been 340, but 330, and that looks like a mean, like, what, 290, 285?
Yeah, I really think he may be. I think he's definitely in the under 310, but it's all like muscle looking. He's definitely been, just transformed, added a ton of strength, looks like. A lot of the, midsection stuff is gone. I don't know. Maybe they did some photoshopping of that like they did the Elijah Holyfield picture from last year. I don't know, but, man, just props to him, dude, for making it happen in the weight room, in the strength and conditioning stuff, because, a lot of guys, he hasn't been able to get a ton of playing time, but he's making moves to try to help the program as much as he can. If they need him on D-line, boom, he's going to D-line.
He could have took his ball and went home.
Yeah, exactly. He could have, I'm going to transfer to, Jackson State and play or, something like that. And it's like, dude, he's making it happen. I really hope he can get some significant playing time this year and make things happen. If not this year, he's a junior this year, right? So if not this year, then hopefully next year make a big move, big push for playing time.
It only takes one good year in the SEC to get drafted.
Exactly. Just show, and like I said, with that kind of athletic ability, and then now show that work ethic and drive, I think he's going to catch a lot of people's eye. Now he's just got to make it happen on the field. Hopefully it does happen for him on the field, man.
He's actually a sophomore.
Oh, wow. Okay, so he's got 2 more years. That's crazy, man. So, yeah, but we're getting close, man. We're well under 100 days now. What games are you going to? All the home games this year, or just what's your usual pattern for games in the season?
I think out of the 3 game stretch to start the beginning of the year, I'll probably miss one of those, but yeah, I think we even there's 2 buys this year, so pretty much. There's 2 buys this year, so that spreads out the schedule where you really don't have a bunch of that's the only 3 times in a row they have a game, but it's good to not have Georgia Tech on Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
In November, but that Texas A&M game, you got Notre Dame. There's going to be some good games on the schedule.
Oh, yeah, definitely. And I saw some guys talking about that game, the opener in Nashville at Vanderbilt, that a lot of the Georgia fans are going to be heading up there, maybe even buying Vanderbilt season tickets, because it's like, I think I saw somebody say it's like $250 or $300 to buy season tickets or something like that. They'll just buy season tickets, sell off whatever the other tickets they can, and try to make a little bit back on it. I don't think they're going to get too much, but at least brings it down about to a normal ticket, probably, though.
Yeah, I don't know what.
Murray State, Arkansas State.
You think that Vanderbilt's a pretty smart school to get into. You think they would have thought that out a little bit more?
Yeah, Tech does the same thing, though. Georgia fans, I think most Tech season ticket holders are probably Georgia fans every other year. You know, I mean.
That's off topic, but I can't believe they only have like 200, 300 people show up to a spring game.
Oh, yeah. Dude, that was pathetic. Especially, you talking about Tech, right?
Yeah.
Or Vandy. Especially with new coach and new enthusiasm and all that kind of, no socks, all that kind of cool stuff. I mean,
you don't even want to see it, what they posted today. I'll show you later.
We did get some news on the game times for those first 3 games. So I think most people know by now, but the opener will be on SEC Network at 7:30. The Murray State game will be on at 4 o'clock, and the Arkansas State game will be at a noon kick. And I think I read a lot of talk about CBS picking up Georgia Notre Dame for their 8 o'clock game on September 21st instead of the Alabama and LSU. That would be
kind of crazy.
Cool. Yes. I think I said before, some of my buddies were talking about trying to get Notre Dame tickets, making a trip out of it, but I think they waited too long and weren't able to get them. But they did get Texas A&M tickets, so I think we're going to work that out. So that should be fun too. That's a hell of a close, though. Have you noticed that? The Missouri, Auburn, Texas A&M, and Tech to close the season. Yeah. Of course, Florida too, but you get the bye week right before that.
I mean, I think you're going to get a big crowd at Auburn, but it just depends on how beat up they are when it gets there. They might be over it.
Yeah, that's true. That's going to be an interesting program to keep an eye on. How did they start the season out? But they're basically going to be starting a freshman quarterback, no? Either Gatewood or Dix. Is that kind of the prevailing thought right now?
Well, those idiots have a head coach now.
Uh-oh. Jason Harry Dog is right. I got to talk Auburn as soon as Jason gets on. So.
Yeah, those fools might not even have a head coach yet. Yeah, or either that or he'd be a dead man walking.
No, he just signed a big extension, man. Come on. All right. Auburn, they open with Oregon, and that's going to be in Jerry's World. Oregon's going to be pretty good this year, too, I think. So then they have Tulane, Kent State. Texas A&M they go to Texas A&M. Mississippi State, Florida, Arkansas, LSU, Ole Miss, Georgia, Stanford, and Alabama. That's not an easy schedule, especially early on. If you're trying to break in a freshman quarterback, I don't know. If they start out slow, like you said, that you may have to keep an eye on how their season goes, especially after how it kind of went down last year.
But they scored 100 points against Purdue.
True.
And Gus Malzahn's calling the plays now. They're going to do that against everybody.
I mean, that's kind of, it makes sense, right? I mean, you go up against a mediocre, average Big Ten team, and like you said, hang half 100 on them, and it's like, I don't know. It's a nice morale boost, but I don't necessarily know it's going to carry over to the season. So, Jason, we were talking earlier about the last 3 or so weeks and the commits that came in over that time span. Which ones kind of, I mean, obviously just about all of them catch your eye, but who was the one that kind of gave the old, caught Jason's eye, made him get a little flutter in his putter?
Hold on, I'm coming. Man, I like Braun.
Yeah, I thought that'd be one of your boys, man.
Man, he's straight up Cade Mays 2.0. That dude's nasty.
Oh, no
Jason
doubt.
He plays to the whistle.
Jason was the first person with the Cade Mays comp, so I will give him credit to that. He was
dang straight up.
He trademarked it.
Sorry, it took me so long to answer. It's hard to read you guys freaking texts and messages and freaking answer at the same time.
Multitask.
I'm like, what are they even talking about? I don't know, Braun. Yeah, dude, I like Braun a lot. Braun's cool.
I don't know, man. It's going to be hard to get a better player than Jalen Carter.
Dude, I love him too.
That dude.
I don't know. Yeah, that's a hard one. I always like those big, 6'6", 330-pound linemen anyway, offensive linemen. So, it was always Ben Cleveland was my favorite, and then Cade Mays was my favorite, and now this guy's my favorite. Solomon McKinley was my favorite. I mean, you just throw a big, ugly out there, and he's my favorite.
Oh, we were talking earlier,
give me somebody
Jason, about
somebody's face in the ground at a whistle, and then ask me who my favorite is. It's easy.
We mentioned earlier Notori Johnson and the transformation he's gone through. Dude, I know y'all saw the picture of Ben Cleveland and his girlfriend out at, I guess at Lake Lanier, I guess, or Hartwell. Well, I don't know where it was, but dude, I mean, Cleveland is freaking ripped, dude, at 300 and whatever pounds as well, at 6'8".
He's going to be. He's going to be in the Game of Thrones spinoff.
I'm telling you, that dude is just massive, and just like I said, just not a whole lot of flab or anything on him. I mean, dude's just flat out muscle, man. Just crazy. I mean, Dustin, have you been getting the workout tips from these guys? Are you getting swole like that, or?
Nah, I don't got the frame to be getting that swole. I'm not built like Hercules. You had another guy that usually calls on the podcast that probably could talk with them, but
yeah, that's true. And you get Terrell Let him give us a few workout tips. Or Jason. I mean, Jason swears he's says he benches about 350, I think, right? I don't know. I just can't wait for how this recruiting class is shaping up, man. I really think, and I think you mentioned it, when I asked you guys about if they can overtake Clemson for the number one spot in the recruiting class, but I don't think there's any doubt that they very well will catch them, star per recruit. Star rate,
Yeah.
overall ranking
Drake.
as far as average. Yes.
I got the best gift ever.
What's that?
My boy Blue.
Uh-oh. Blue Dog.
What's up, fellas?
What
What's
up?
going on,
I knew y'all would be talking about Lyman tonight, so I wanted to call and listen.
man? Man,
Hey, this is the guy you asked about Braun right here.
Who, me?
what you?
Yeah.
I think he's going to be awesome.
Yeah,
You look at, I know everybody's he does remind me a lot of Mays like everybody else thinks, but, to me, it's kind of like Wilson. He's coming in a little gooey, but all there and athletic, and they're going to make him a rock. He's got feet. This is the cat that plays tennis, right? Or is that right?
Yep. Yeah, he does. Yep.
Wow. I didn't call in to talk. Y'all are on my favorite subject. I just can't get over the recruiting, man.
oh my God, it's literally take your pick pretty much for Pittman right now. And Kirby. You just go after the dude you want and reel them in,
Hey,
I haven't been able. Go ahead.
Go ahead, Dave.
I tell you right now, the exact day that Roseme's going to commit. That's going to be the next day Florida gets bad news. Kirby will double up on him again and get Roseme to commit.
You think that was intentional, Jason?
100.
The past 3 times, tell me.
Yeah.
They know they're getting trolled. Did y'all read that Sting Talk stuff today? That was on the blog.
The what?
The Sting Talk thread that I think Lady C put it up.
Let's see. I'll pull it up.
The Georgia Tech thread where they're all bitching about Braun committing and how could he and his family and to hell with his family. If you haven't read it, you got to go back and read it. And they keep talking about his dad. His dad's fat. His dad's strange. And people are like, that's Sam Pittman. Who's Sam Pittman? Is he the strength and conditioning
Your
coach?
daddy?
He can't do it. They don't even know who this cat is, and they're out there. I'm like, how can you be a college football fan and not know who Sam Pittman is? For anybody.
Away, too.
They'll know very quickly.
Oh,
pretty soon they'll be calling him sir.
That game's going to be bad.
Oh. Unbelievable.
Oh, yeah, here you go. Sting Talk's like one of the biggest toilets on the college football message board world anyway, isn't it?
I'm surprised they even have a football board.
I'd never heard of it until I saw it on our thing, and I clicked on the thread, and I was just dying.
Like, they have a football board, and they're not talking about, like, Star Wars and Star Trek? They're, like, actually talking about football?
No, they're talking about Sam Pittman.
It's Wednesday, so they're talking Dungeons and Dragons, Jason.
Oh, okay. What? Comic-Con Thursday?
Yeah, I think they're one of the ones that they would always make this, jackass comments when players would get hurt at Georgia, and they would just really go after players and stuff like that. It's a piece of crap board, to be completely honest.
Oh, it's terrible.
If I remember correctly.
But they're trying so hard to troll the kid's dad, and they're talking about Pittman. I think a few of them are like, "Hey guys, that's not his dad."
So, do at least half of them in there know what a football is? They know what one looks like?
I can't say. They said, yeah, it looks like the space modulator from Star Wars that Obi-Wan Kenobi picked up and was trying to take care of at the end of Star Wars, tried to turn the power off. I don't know. I'm grasping at straws here, trying to make funny nerd jokes. I don't know. So yeah, it's incredible what's going on right now, and more to come, basically, with running backs and wide receiver. I think going to be getting some good news here, like Jason was saying, in the next little bit of time, and I think we're still not done yet on D-line.
I saw one person suggest that Roseman commit right before a Florida visit to see if they still let him visit.
Could you imagine? How fun would that be?
Hey, what about Andrew Rame? He's taking his OV this weekend now.
Yeah, Dustin, what's your that was one of your favorites, wasn't it?
I mean, if he wants the spot, he can have it. I think it's really telling. I think he was at campus. I'm pretty sure they have to fly out here. So, him coming out 2 times in a row is kind of serious.
Tell me, this Rame or Lindbergh?
I think we're more in on Van Pran than we are Lindbergh.
And do we take 1 or 2 more? Or is it according to who it is?
I don't know. I guess it would be depending on what next year's O-line class looks like. You probably know that more than me, but
honestly, I think if it came down and Rame and Van Pran wanted to come, they would take 2 more. I think they want 1 guard center type, and then you just can't turn Rame down if he wants to come.
How many do you think we're going to lose to the draft?
Possibly 4.
If you had to guess, though,
really. Give me a second.
I think
undergrads.
I think
you got.
I think Thomas and Wilson are both gone. Definitely.
Thomas and who?
Wilson.
Oh, yeah.
Left tackle and right tackle, I think, are definitely gone.
Cleveland
you think
probably
definitely
too.
Wilson?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Definitely.
Just based on
both of them more than likely first rounders.
Oh, I know Thomas is definitely, I mean, he may be top 3, top 5 pick potentially.
Honestly, out of the 4, I think Big Ben might be the one to come closest to staying.
Yeah, Ben.
You don't think that Wilson would try and go over at left tackle for his senior year if he thought he was going to be 3rd, 4th round?
Yeah, I mean, if he got a bad grade, then I can see him possibly coming back. But I just don't think he'll get a bad grade. I think he'll be.
I don't think he'll get a bad grade.
I think his low point is high 2nd round, and his high point is mid 1st round.
Well, how many tackles go in the first 3 rounds on average?
Ooh, I don't know. I'm not the draft guy.
6
I'm not either.
Probably.
If there, let's say you got to be a top 5 tackle to come out. I don't know, top 10, top 20. I don't know about money. I don't know his situation. I don't know any of that. But if you're saying, all right, are you a top 5 tackle? Well, one of the top 5 tackles is playing next to you. So how many more are there in the country that would go ahead of him? I don't know that answer, and I think making that decision after his sophomore year, is pretty difficult. You got to watch and see what plays out this year. If he's everything I think he's going to be, he could be one, but that's a lot to put on a rising junior that you're going to be a top. No, you're going to be a number 1 draft pick at that position. It's just hard. I mean, he could, but y'all don't. I mean, people just think it's a guaranteed. It'd be great for recruiting if he was.
Yeah, I think
we're talking about a
Jason's
tackle
point,
now.
Yeah, I think Jason's point is, what's his upside? If he's going to be in the 1st round and his upside is mid 1st round, does he really risk maybe getting injured and risk getting to his 2nd contract quicker just to move up 10 spots? And I think he likes Georgia a lot, but I think there's a lot of agent work that goes behind that. But a lot of people think he's.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people think he's.
I know it's a popular opinion, brother, that he's gone, and I'm not saying that I don't believe that too. I'm just saying it's a hell of a statement for a rising junior before he's taken a snap his junior year to put him in the 1st round at offensive tackle in the NFL.
In the 2019 draft, there were 8 tackles, not guards, not centers, just not offensive line, 8 tackles taken in the first 2 rounds.
First 2.
Mm-hmm.
So he's got to be a top 10 tackle. And I think he's got the potential to do that as a junior.
Oh yeah.
But one of the slots is taken by our left tackle. I don't know how many are out there.
True. I will say he was redshirted his 1st year, but I think with those years of being redshirted, I think they'll be putting people on special teams and using them because I don't think many of these guys that we're signing are going to be staying for more than 4 years.
No, I agree. Barring injuries and other things, yeah.
It looks like in 2017, first 2 rounds, there wasn't about 4 tackles taken, but there were more guards. It looks like it was just one of those where the guards were just more.
Well, and you got to, sure, tackles are popular picks, obviously. I'm not an NFL guy. I don't really follow it. If you look at raw numbers, you got to figure out where he rates and then how many of them typically go and how many of them are ahead of him. And that's, assuming he has an excellent, all SEC year. And I would think Cleveland would stay.
At 2017 or what? There was only 4 in the first 2 rounds.
But he may be willing to go to be a 3rd round, a 4th round. Who knows? I mean,
well, he might. I think once you get to the 3rd round, that's when you can really start, talking to him about, hey, if you stay another year, we'll play you some at left tackle, and you definitely start at right tackle. We'll try to get you some at left tackle and get that experience, and I think that's when you can really start talking to him about staying and improving their draft stock.
And another year of strength and conditioning, and another year under Sam Pittman. Not to mention, I think we're not going to suck while they're here. So it'll be exciting games, and there's just a lot going on before I think you just say, hey, everybody's going. They could. I just don't want to overdose on. I'm a huge fan of our linemen, and I think they're all very capable of doing well. I just don't know what. That's a lot of offensive linemen to go in a draft off of one line.
The first mock draft for 2020 I pulled up is the WalterFootball.com. Andrew Thomas, number 2 overall.
That would be. I think that's pretty much in line, man. As long as he
then
has a solid year, like everybody.
Fromm and Swift also in the first round.
Yeah.
Well, I just hope they have a really good year this coming year and go out there and keep that speculation going. And then they'll have to make a decision, and that'll be good because we got people that can backfill them, which is great.
Right. Y'all see that little article about Georgia could have potentially the number 1 pick in the NFL, NBA, and Major League Baseball next year?
Yeah, and I don't think that's going to happen.
Yeah, I don't either.
No. And, I think a lot of people are thinking Fromm would be top pick, but I think if Thomas would be more likely than Fromm, honestly. But
I don't see Fromm being the number 1 pick in the NFL. I don't
either. But
I think he's good, and I think he'll play. But that's just talk.
Second mock draft has Andrew Thomas going number 4.
Yeah, almost everything out there, you'll see him in the top 10. But where do you see Wilson? Wilson's the one.
Hadn't seen him
I don't think he's on Walter Football's first round, is he, Jason?
No, I hadn't seen him in the first or second round in 2 of them that I've seen so far.
Well, I'm not a genius at any of this, but Jason will back me up that I said that Hill would start before Saylor and that Thomas would be better than I didn't even play, but a lot of people thought the JUCO dude was going to come in. What was his name? Hayes?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, waste of a spot.
And I think long term Wilson will be better potentially than Thomas.
I'll tell you this,
and y'all laugh at me all you want.
Hey, nobody's gonna laugh.
Wilson came in so raw and baby fat, but the talent was all there. Y'all saw him playing goalie and all that other stuff. He just needed to get bigger and stronger. Like we say on the farm, his nuts needed to drop. But he's a bull, and he's going to be, if he stays working, I just think he's got more God-given ability.
Who does?
But he has to capitalize on it.
Wait, who does?
Wilson. Wilson is thought to be the number 2 tackle on our team, and he is. But I think he has more potential than our left tackle.
Ooh.
I know it's radical and y'all think I'm full of it, but just, I'm telling you, if he puts in the effort and he studies and he dedicates himself, just put them next to each other. I'm not saying he will. I'm saying he can.
Hey, this is why Jason pays you the big bucks to be the offensive guru. The offensive line guru glue. This is why Jason pays y'all the money.
Yeah. What I say is worth what you paid for it. It's worth nothing. I just like to watch them.
I already lost one bet, so I'm not making any bets. But ooh, that's a big one.
I'm no Socrates. I just watch him, and I watch Wilson, and the other guy gets all the credit, and deservingly so. My comments about Wilson are by no means a put down to the other. I just think Wilson is still young, and just go look at the pictures of him when he came in and look at him now. He's got more in him.
Well, not only that, think about the level of competition they each faced in high school coming in. I mean, Thomas was much more prepared playing in Georgia versus Wilson playing up in the state of New York. And it was
Rhode Island, wasn't
Catholic school too,
Delaware or somewhere.
I don't even know if it was.
You don't remember his
public school.
You don't remember his announcement, and they had like the preschoolers out there and everything. I mean, he was in a little school up north.
Dude,
I'm not knocking northern football.
I've tried to put that memory of that announcement out of my memory, dude. Come on. Other than the
that daggone Christmas play.
Other than the 28 seconds of the 49-minute video or whatever it was. Oh my God.
Man, that's like your mama and daddy. That's like your mama and daddy waking you up Christmas morning, and we got to sing Christmas carols before you open the presents.
That's right.
Man, just let me open the presents.
But he came down, and he was not in condition. He couldn't handle the heat. They just put him on the shelf, watched him. Then, he got to play, and, he'd make some mistakes. But every once in a while, you'll see him just clean out a whole side. Where the other guy was technically sound enough to start day one. I mean, it was just, and he'll be great.
And more than hold his own.
Look at Cleveland. Cleveland didn't even know. Cleveland looked like an erector set when he first showed up. He couldn't bend. He couldn't move. He couldn't kick step. He couldn't do any of that. And he just kept working and getting better. And now people are like, oh, he's going to go early. There were people thought he was a bust when he first got there. I mean, time does a lot to those guys. They're not tailbacks. They're draft horses, and they got to grow into their bodies. And that Wilson, man, I love to watch him because you can just see him grow up every single game he plays. He's good.
How about this though? Well, just say the best happens for the kids, not necessarily for UGA, and just say all four of them leave. Who can say that they would have 4 out of 5 offensive linemen leave, and they replace those 4 with 4 more 5-stars?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Well, Alabama for a long time, but
yeah,
we're deep, and I hope those kids get to play this year. I hope they get to play a lot.
Hey,
and we get those other guys off the field.
While you said that, I was getting a little confused about Alabama's offensive line recruiting. Because it
well,
sure the heck looks like a Martin Rick offensive line class.
Well, when did their line coach that was there forever? Didn't he go to Oregon?
Well,
or
that's Chris
somewhere?
He's at Oregon, and then Key went to Georgia Tech. So they got the guy in there now that was with the Falcons with Sarkisian or whatever. But, I mean, it looks usually an Alabama class is what Georgia looks like right now. 2 or 3 of the top 5 commits are, 5-star offensive linemen.
Cristobal, and I mean, I'm not a judge of his talent by any means, but Cristobal, the Alabama fans used to say that he was a fantastic recruiter, but he may not have been the best technique coach. I find that hard to believe, but when he left and Pittman came and we got close, I mean, that's kind of when it started, or we went from this isn't a fluke to okay, there's real momentum. I can't remember exactly when he left. I think I don't think Key was a terrible recruiter when he's wearing an Alabama coach's shirt. But these kids have identified Pittman as a guy that would get him to the next level, and they say that when they interview him.
Well, I mean,
I was a Tennessee fan, but he'll get me to the next level.
All right, we got Pittman, and we hadn't necessarily went head-to-head with Alabama on too many offensive linemen. I mean, they wanted Tate Ratledge. And the other guys, we've been kind of fighting other people. So, I mean, usually we have similar offensive line classes. But their class
I don't know. We got Webb. We took Webb right out of Alabama.
I'm talking about this year. I'm talking about 2020.
Oh.
So they have 20 commits this year. And usually, like I said, their offensive linemen are like 2 or 3 out of their 5 or 6 5-stars that they get every year. So this year, you scroll down their commit list, they have 20 commits. Their offensive linemen are the 18th and 20th ranked guys out of their 20 commits. And one of them is Seth McLaughlin from Buford that we didn't go after, that weighs 270 pounds. And the other one is frickin' Zach Evans' teammate. He's a big boy, 350 pounds, but he's a project at best. Mm-hmm. I mean, that's a Martin Rick offensive line class if I've ever seen one.
Yeah.
Anybody with shoulder injuries?
Yeah, I mean, God almighty. I mean, and even going down their offer list, I can't tell you who else they're in for. But, I mean, it's definitely not a normal Alabama, normal offensive line class.
Yeah, but don't you think that him not coaching since 2015 in college and not really having established relationships has a little bit to do with it, Kyle Flood?
I don't know, but
they could have a loaded roster. They got a loaded roster, and they got a coach that hadn't been offered.
Go ahead, Jason.
The top uncommitted guys that they offered, they could obviously always flip somebody, but, I don't think they're flipping Paris, Johnson, Broderick Jones, Miles Hitton, Tate Ratledge. They're not flipping them. I don't think they're in big on Lindbergh. Andrew Gentry is from Colorado. He's like 6'8", 310. I guess they could grab him. But, you go down the list, there isn't really too many big tackles that they're in for. And, even going down to the guards, you got Chris Morris and Andrew Rain.
We've got Sam Pittman, who's recruited high school offensive linemen for several years now. He's been with Georgia. This is what, year 4?
4, right?
This will be technically his 4th class, really his 3rd. Do I have that right? Anyway, he's recruiting kids this year that he's seen as sophomores. So I mean, he's been out there, and it's only going to get better. I mean, he's just going to keep loading up, and I hope both of our tackles go to the NFL. Honestly, if and are drafted very high. I mean, I would love that for our kids. I think it'd be good for Georgia.
Mm-hmm.
It'll certainly cement him even further with this generation and get me to the next level. The question is, can you keep Pittman?
I don't think he's going to.
I just kind of think this is his last stop for the next few years. I mean, I know he's moved around quite a bit.
I don't know that he'll go anywhere else. When's he going to just grab his pom-pom and take it to the house?
I think he has a lot of fun.
He seems to, but I mean, he ain't 40. How old is that dude?
I'm looking it up.
I mean, I'm 52, and I'd quit right now if I could. Especially if I had his money.
They just promised you a new Jeep every year, Blue. You'd be fine.
I'd go. I'm getting so fat again, I can't get in one.
By the way, I don't think I sent you pictures. We got a Jeep back in December.
You're the man. I'm actually going to be I'm hoping in a few months I'm going to be down your way. I'm going to go look at a place.
You still
on King George? Yeah.
Cool.
We're looking at McIntosh in
know
Georgia, but we're looking. Oh, I definitely will.
All right.
But y'all go ahead and talk about something else, and I'll get off and listen.
Hey, I saw something else earlier today.
What's that?
It was actually on a Florida board. They said since Kirby Smart took over, Georgia signed 25 stars, and Florida signed 0.
Yeah, I've seen that, man.
Sam Pittman's 58.
He's how old?
58.
Oh, I thought he was older than that. Hell, he's down near my age.
Shoot, he's got another 10 years, man.
Can't even
I
get
hope
Social
so.
Security yet.
He don't need it.
That man don't need no
can
Social Security. Come on.
He'll be drawing.
He's gonna collect that $3,000 check and be like, please.
Take him to the movies.
Shoot, he spent that and feed the offensive line.
Yeah, that's a pretty cool picture.
Is Thea still working with us?
Who?
Thea. Wasn't he like grad assistant or something?
You know, I forgot all about that. He was.
He's active on Twitter still.
Hey, I tell you what, Jarvis Jones has been around a lot lately too.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I mean, I don't think he has like an official. I don't think he has like an official position or anything, but he's been around a lot. I know he was, he was in that picture when Dale McGee had all the running backs at his house, and then more than one person.
Did he bring his dad? I miss talking to his dad.
Jarvis Jones?
Yeah. No, not Jarvis. Whose dad used to come on?
Jenkins.
Jenkins. That's it. I'm sorry. Mr. Jenkins.
Oh, yeah, man.
Man,
cool.
Jenkins' dad. But yeah, Jarvis, he was there with McGee, and then more than one person has mentioned him being around this week with all the camps going on. So I'm starting to wonder if he's really trying to get on board.
It'd be good. Well, anywho, guys, I got to get up at 4. Y'all have a hell of a night. Keep the dogs going. Been missing y'all.
Go Dogs.
Yeah, get on there soon again with us whenever you get a chance.
Thank you, fellas.
Talk to you later.
My boy Blue.
Well, we thought we were going to have, and Jason, you missed it earlier. Akinola Ogunbiyi was going to join us, but I guess something has come up on his side and been unable to call in, so we'll try to get him on again soon.
What the heck did you call him?
Hey, yo. No, it's Akinola Ogunbiyi is the actual pronunciation of the name.
Is that really how you pronounce it?
Yeah, I think so.
Man, I was about to pick on Ray for just butchering that.
I'll give credit to, I don't know if it was Centel on Dog Nation, but he broke it down how to spell it, so or how to pronounce it, I should say. The silent N in the Akinola looks like it should be Akinola, but it's Akinola Ogunbiyi.
Let's ask Jason a question too before we get off though. We didn't get to talk to him about other commits.
Man, I don't answer questions. I'm just here so I don't get fined.
Oh, okay.
What's up? It's you talking about the one in the picture or what?
No, I was gonna see who's probably commit watch. What's a name or two Dog Nation gonna be looking for?
Shoot, rose me, baby.
Come on now. If you were with us earlier, you would have heard we were talking about him, Jason.
What made you ask me?
Rose
me.
I don't think.
Once you break down the running back
situation.
Milton
waits that long.
Who's coming in this weekend?
You heard me?
You heard me?
I don't think Kendall Milton waits that long.
I actually think he's gonna wait longer.
I don't.
Tell me why you think that.
Because I heard things.
We're putting that.
I bet y'all know who told you.
Who?
We're gonna hold on.
Nature is.
We're gonna have to go back, isolate that, and that's gonna be your new drop, Jason.
The last.
I heard things.
Yeah, we're gonna have to find that for real and have a button to press for that. And y'all need to give me button privileges.
That's the easy button. I heard things. I don't think Ray waits that long now since he's moving his official up. I don't think he waits that long, but I think he comes to Oklahoma though.
Good gosh, I'd love to put something to Oklahoma because they just talk trash left and right on Twitter. They act like they're going to get 15 offensive linemen and 10 running backs and every wide receiver and quarterback there is.
I do think if we push for Van Pran, I think we beat them for him.
Oh, so you don't think he's even close with LSU at all? It's Oklahoma and Georgia.
I think they might be third right now.
You think that the Oklahoma line coach is the second best in the nation?
I don't even know who he is.
Well, he won the award last year.
Has he been there for a while? If it's the one that's been there
I have
for a while,
no clue.
I mean, if he's the one that's been there the past 3 or so years, I mean, he's obviously good, but I don't think he's better than Pittman.
No, I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't want Pittman to hear me ever saying that.
I'm trying to think who else might be close. I'll tell you this. I think 2021 quarterbacks right now, I think you'll see Vandegrift go to Oklahoma, and I think you'll see Caleb Williams go to UGA.
Really? Wasn't Vandegrift just in Athens?
Yeah, but he was just in Oklahoma
he had
for 4 days, too.
Thought he had like a big visit in Athens.
He did, but he had a bigger visit to Oklahoma.
Oh.
Jason,
he was there, he was there like all week almost. Like 4 days, I think. 5 days, maybe.
Dre,
I think you might see us make a push for Walker, for Big Z.
Oh, really?
Now that Simpson's gone?
And who else?
Williams?
Who?
Oh, Ringo.
Yeah, Ringo's coming out with his little top group. He could pop before the season. And who else? I'm going down the list.
Defense tackle.
I think after this visit, you're going to see UGA at least right behind the work in Sewell's top 2. And I think we have just as good of a chance with Justin Flo, as long as I'm pronouncing his name right, number 1 inside linebacker of the nation. I think we have as good a chance with him as we do anybody else we're after.
You talking about at any position?
Yep.
So you think we have as good a chance as him as we do Rosemy?
Yep.
Wow, that's a hot take.
What?
Oh, Jason be coming out the woodwork, Dre. You don't even understand. Ain't nobody's saying stuff like this on the internet. So
yeah,
if that came out of left field, people would go crazy.
How many times have I told you 2 weeks ahead of time before anybody says something and it ends up being true?
I got my sources.
Jason, why you think that? Why you think Flo?
Because I heard things.
No, we can't. No. You don't. No. Chill, Dre.
Dustin, all I'm saying.
Let stuff ride.
All I'm saying is go ahead and take account. Just because I don't put it on blast and try to build myself up and pump my chest and tell everybody I said something before it happened. But let's just go on and do that now. How many times have I told you 1 or 2 weeks ahead of time before anybody said it that something was going to happen, and you're like, that's out of left field, and then it ended up happening?
Happens a lot.
More often than not, probably. Huh?
Hey, he don't pay for you to look at his stuff in the morning, does he, Dre? You have to pay him.
Huh?
You can get his information for free. Just click on the website.
That's right. You don't have to subscribe.
Maybe.
I mean, you can if you want, but I mean, you know.
Just click that damn ad at the top.
10 times or well, never mind.
No, hell no, man. You're in trouble. You'll be busted like somebody else.
You'll have the site down for 5 hours.
Man, you get me busted like somebody else and cut me off.
Works
Jason,
out, man. You get bought out and everything. Oh,
Jason, give the people a second running back that could be out there that they might not have heard of.
Here we go. All right. Here's what happens. We get either Evans or Milton And the second running back in this class will be DeJune. The second running back in this class will be DeJune Edwards. Colquitt County running back.
Huh.
As people go to Google search the name.
Over Tank.
Over Tank?
Yep.
I think we're getting both Milton and Evans.
That's what I was about to say. I don't think we get Milton and Evans. I think it's a nice thing, but I just don't. I think we get Milton and Edwards. And if not Edwards, then either flip Chaney from Miami or get Kevon Lee.
And I
think one of those three will be your second running back.
And nobody's saying Edwards on the internet either, so cue the sound. Cue the sound, Dre.
I've actually seen Kip say that before, though, so that's not just me.
Cue the button, Dre.
Which one? I heard things. I don't have it on record yet, man.
Yeah, I can't take full credit for that one because Kip has said it before on 247 too.
Would you be pleased with Edwards?
Heck yes.
Okay.
That dude can play. I wish he had more top end.
I guarantee you, if we don't get two of the, I mean, obviously he's a very good running back, but I still think people are going to be bitching about not getting both Evans and Milton or one of those, and say a Tank
ain't no
or
reason to bitch about
one of
that.
those.
I mean, I'll be bitching if we don't get either one, but that's about it.
Right.
He's no Kobe Pryor, though.
The only thing I have with Edwards is I wish he had a little bit more top end speed. Hey, Kobe Pryor's a beast. Hey, who's this calling in 281 number? Hold on.
That's him.
I don't know. Check and see.
He just messed.
Hey, Dustin, I just saw this on my Facebook feed. Tom Luganville believes Auburn's roster next season could be the most talented of the Gus Malzahn era.
Who wrote that?
I mean, Luganville.
That's wild.
Hey, here we go, Dre.
What's up?
Man,
Hello?
this dude with us now just posted a video with some ridiculous footwork. I think you posted it yesterday, right?
Yes, sir.
I was like, man, that big man can move.
Thank you.
We got our guest, Akinola Ogunbiyi. I get it right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, I got it. What's going on, man?
I'm
Glad
good.
you
I was just
could join us
giving you a
this
call. Yeah, sorry about that. I lost track of time.
Oh, no worries. I bet probably you're over in Texas still, right? So
Yes, sir.
probably the different time zone probably threw everybody
Yeah.
off.
It's are you guys are in Georgia?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so it's 10 o'clock
Dustin,
over there for y'all.
Dustin's actually Dustin's in South Carolina, so he's the one I think you've been chatting with a little bit about coming on the show and
Yes,
everything.
sir.
He's on here as well. But yeah, I usually host the show. I'm Drayton, and then Dustin, like you say, you've been chatting with him, and then you talked with Jason just a few minutes ago or a few seconds ago on the phone there. But yeah, man, thanks for giving us a call here on Field Street Forum Live. Dude, this is a show we've been doing this podcast for probably about 5 years now or so, roughly, and I hate that one of our guys just dropped off the show earlier, but we are big time like offensive line. We love talking offensive line. So when we've seen this class developing and coming in, this 2020 class.
Oh yeah,
man,
it's a good class.
We're pretty
it's going to be a
stoked,
good one.
What was it about your visit to Athens that just made you want to decide to come to Athens?
It was just, you talking about my first visit or this last weekend visit?
Well, when was it that you knew? I mean, was it the first visit?
Yeah, it was the first visit. I committed my first visit there. My first visit there. It was a different feeling. I mean, I love Coach Pittman. I love Coach Smart. I'm really cool friends with the players on the team. It's just a great place. And Athens is just a different feeling up there.
Mhm. Definitely. How was it? What was the first thing? What's the first thing? I mean, Pittman is he seems like an awesome dude, man. I ain't gonna lie.
Oh yeah, he's a great guy, great coach.
Do you remember the first time you started talking with him? Was it something that stood out about him? Was it just anything memorable that you've heard from him?
He just I feel like he wants to work for us. I get a good vibe from Coach Pittman. I feel like he's a coach I want to work with, and a coach that probably brings the best out of me.
Mhm. And you've seen that track record before. I mean, everywhere he's gone, offensive lines have just, taken off.
And this upcoming draft, he's going to have probably 3 offensive linemen, maybe 2 in the first round, and all of them probably go top 3 rounds.
Mhm. Yeah, it's incredible. We like I said, we talk offensive line a lot on here, and we weren't very happy campers the last few years of what was going on along the offensive front, man. And it's been such a turnaround under Coach Pittman and Kirby here in the last 4 or 5 years. What was your initial impression with Coach Smart? Did you know him before Georgia, or I guess no, because you're too young. What's been your impression with Coach Smart and being in Athens?
Coach Smart, he's a player's coach. I really like him. He's a nice guy, funny guy too. Easy to talk to, and I just believe in what he's building at Georgia.
Yeah. He's getting us there, man. By the way, I definitely want to ask, how is your mom doing, by the way? Is she recovering well?
Recovering is kind of slow, but she's getting there. She's gonna take time.
Right. Well, good. We'll definitely keep it in our prayers and everything. So
Yes, sir.
We're glad she's getting better and recovering.
Yes, sir.
Good to hear. We talked about that offensive line class. Have you guys already started kind of developing a bond and a camaraderie amongst each other?
Oh yeah, me and Tate are cool. Even the recruits that are not committed yet, they feel that I'm trying to get to pull the trigger now that I'm really tight with.
Any hints?
Any hints? Ooh. I don't know. I don't have to say their names, and then because I don't know how they feel. I mean, you guys. I don't know. It depends.
How about this? And it doesn't have to be. Give us if you could choose 2 guys, for example, say
who I could get to commit right now, offensive lineman.
Yeah.
Paris Johnson and Cedric Van Pran.
Okay. That would work. Did you meet them through like camps and stuff, or how'd you kind of get to know them?
I actually met Paris. I met Paris at my Georgia official. We just clicked. Cedric,
okay.
I met Cedric at my Oklahoma official. We just clicked too. From there.
Uh-huh.
Yes, sir.
Good deal. What you think they would be? I know Paris is Ohio State. Is I forget the other guy's name, but is he at Oklahoma? Is he committed or is he uncommitted right now?
Oh, Cedric is uncommitted right now.
Okay. Is he more tackle or guard?
He's an all-around player. He's a center right now. He's but
okay.
me and Coach Pittman believe he can play all positions.
Mm-hmm. Who? Tell me this. You like I said, you guys have already kind of started developing a camaraderie with Tate and
yes, sir.
The other guy, Broderick, and those guys. Tell me this: if you could give if I ask you who's the senior superlatives or whatever, because you'll be having that stuff come up this year. I'm guessing you'll be most athletic or whatever, right? But if you could say who is the most athletic out of the Georgia offensive line commits so far, who would that be?
Man, that's a hard one. I feel like we're all athletic for our sizes.
Right.
Man.
Look, he's just being humble. He don't want to say himself.
I mean that's what I'm thinking right now. But if it wasn't, if I wouldn't pick, because I would hope we all pick ourselves. But if I didn't have to pick myself, I would say Broderick Jones, just because he's a basketball player too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just because he plays basketball.
He can throw it down pretty good too, I believe. I think. I saw some of the videos. Yeah. What about the funniest dude out of the O-line class?
That'd probably me. I make everybody laugh. I'll take that one.
There you go. All right. How about I know Lyman. How was the food on your visit to Athens?
Oh, which one? Which visit?
Did any other places compare food wise? Because we've talked to a bunch of recruits over the years, and that's been probably, other than the girls, probably the food has been the biggest standout of just about everybody's visit so far.
5 Bar? Have you heard of 5 Bar? I think I'm saying the name right. It's like a place, and every day they only have 5 things on the menu. That's probably the best place I've been to so far. The food is just, the food is delicious.
There's so many places to go, but even the food, from the from the not concessions, but where they take care of you guys, the student athletes, all that food is super good too. From what I've heard.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we had some guys.
Talk about the food on the OVs.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
The food on the OV was just delicious. It's delicious. That was good. Because on these OVs, all they do is overfeed us. Every OV I've left with 5 extra pounds. It makes no sense. It just feed.
That's what I was just about to say. The guy, I think it was Natrez Patrick and a couple of other guys we've talked to over the years, and they said they probably gained 8 pounds after they let cookies and all these different mac and cheese that they have, and oh man, they said they just load up, like you said.
What? And they give us so many snacks. The first thing you do on the OV when you walk in, Georgia, they give us meat and Paris. Paris took his. They give us a big cookie cake. A big cookie cake. Just large.
Hey, Dre, I got a question.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Hey, did you see the wing eating competition that Georgia put out?
Oh yeah, I saw that. Yes, I did.
Could you have taken Adam Anderson on that one?
I was thinking about it, but I don't know. Them wings was Alvin ate. He finished them like there was nothing. But them wings looked hot compared to everybody else. They were sweating.
Yeah, I was watching. I was like, man, Adam Anderson's putting them down like it ain't nothing. But then at the end, his face was full of sweat.
That don't make sense.
What is that? Do you like spicy food, or what's your kind of favorite food?
I like spicy food, but not too spicy. I don't.
Right.
Yeah, it really depends. I don't like too spicy food. Too much spicy food.
I mean, it sounded like you was digging that cookie cake. So I mean.
Oh yeah, that cookie. Paris took his on the. I wasn't able to take mine on the plane, but Paris found a way to sneak his on. It was gigantic.
We're talking to Akinola Ogunbiyi here on Field Street Forum Live. 2020 offensive line commit for the University of Georgia. Now, tell us this a little bit about some of, basically I've seen that you kind of live several different places all around the world. What's been your favorite place to live coming up?
I like Chicago. I think Chicago is probably the place I enjoyed the most, and that was the place I was there the longest.
Okay.
Chicago was a place you didn't really need a car, especially as kids.
Okay.
Like if you had a bike, you were good. Like I remember one time, my brother had a soccer game, and we rode our bikes down to downtown to the soccer game, and it was just like it's very, I don't know, it's a very nice city to be. It's not as bad as people think.
Right. Was it? What brought y'all to Sugarland?
Oh, my brother. I came to Sugarland 7th grade. My brother was graduating from middle school, so my mom just wanted a little bit better education, like high school wise.
Right. What's some of the stuff what's to do around there in Sugarland, Texas? I mean, I've always heard of it, but is it a big city? Is it what's there to do in Sugarland?
It's not very big. We're right by the border of Houston. I mean, I don't do a lot. I just work out, hang out with my friends, and call it a day usually. I don't really do anything else. Other than that, I got to stay on the grind.
Well, that's another thing I was going to ask. What do you like to do away from football?
Away from football, I love mosquitoes. I'm sorry, I'm outside. I love to hang out with my friends. I love to work out. I mean, workout can be that's both ways. That's outside of football, in my opinion. I love to work out. I like to watch. I watch old football. I mean, I guess that's outside of football. That's inside of football.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it depends. I like to watch sports a lot.
While eating cookie cake.
And I listen to a lot of podcasts.
Okay. What's your go-to podcast?
Actually, I listen to Dog Nation a little bit.
Right.
I listen to First Take. That's a ESPN podcast.
Right.
And sometimes I like I don't know if you know his name. RJ Young. Fight Me with RJ Young. I don't know if you guys have heard of that podcast. Yeah, I'll
check it out then.
Too. Oh yeah, he's just like an Oklahoma. Sometimes it's Oklahoma. He just the state of Oklahoma, pretty much, is what he talks about.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now you got Field Street Forum Live. You can check out as well.
Fact. Are you guys always live? That's the only time you guys I can listen to y'all.
Yeah, we're live. Usually on each Wednesday. Now during the off season, we'll kind of take couple weeks off in between shows, but during the season we're every Wednesday. And we're live, but then we'll have the replays, the links available for replay and everything that we'll drop and let everybody listen in as well.
Yes, sir.
But I like the live aspect of it. I mean, I know a lot of people like to record theirs, but I like the live aspect and just go with it and see what happens. Sometimes it works out, sometimes it don't, but that's kind of the fun of it to me.
I like it.
All right. What's you talking about working out? What's some of your, or maybe game day? What's on your playlist for working out and game day? Is it the same thing? Do you got different songs you got to go to?
I have a classic playlist that I play. It's not even classic. It's like some nice. It's not the music you would expect a person like me to listen to.
Oh yeah.
So I like the Pina Colada song by Robert Holmes. I like September by Earth, Wind and Fire.
Okay.
I listen to Footloose. Footloose is just that's a usual because when I was in middle school I did a play with that. I like Don't Stop Me Now by Queen. I like Bohemian Rhapsody. But
you got like
Spirit in the Sky.
70s and 80s. 70s and 80s.
Yeah, type of music. Yes, sir.
Cool.
A Lovely Day, stuff like that.
Now you did the Footloose play and everything. Is that? Do you kind of?
Back in was it in third grade? Yeah.
Oh, okay. Do you still do the plays and do you sing as well?
Oh no. Not no. That was like a class project kind of thing. It was mandatory. Definitely not voluntary. Definitely not a voluntary thing.
I mean, I was going to try to get you to drop a few bars for us of Escape.
No. Me and Coach Pittman sang that song one time in his office. We were like 30 seconds in on that song.
Dude, y'all got to record it next time you go to Athens and send it out on Twitter.
We're not doing it. He likes the Old Town Road song. I'm good. Every time I'm in his office, he got that song on replay.
Come on, man. You don't like the Old Town Road?
No, not really. It's corny to me.
Yeah, played out.
He doesn't even play the original. He plays the one with Billy Ray Cyrus.
Billy Ray, man, come on. Now you know what you need to do. You need to pull out some Achy Breaky Heart, or I'll tell you another Billy Ray if you're kind of early 90s. Is I Know the Words by Heart. That's a classic Billy Ray song right there. You need to break out for Coach Pittman next time instead of Old Town Road. Man, I tell you,
Billy
what, Ray making
the comeback. That man with his Yes Sir videos kill me.
Oh, his Yes Sir.
He had that Purple Rain one too.
They're planned out too. They're all planned out too. That's the funny thing. Because I committed I think I committed 2 weeks before I announced it, and we for a long time we were just sitting there waiting. He was like, "Actually, what am I gonna do?" We were planning the video out.
Get it planned out.
We get it planned, and then the Purple Rain one with Tate Ratledge was just that was just different.
Classic.
Hey, what?
You
got the new guy that just committed to Georgia now, Josh Braun.
Joshua Braun.
Have you had a chance to meet him? Yeah.
No, we haven't because the thing he has on social media either. So.
Oh, he's not.
It's really hard to get. Yeah, he's not on any social media. He's not on Instagram. He's not on Twitter.
Hey, Dre, you're talking to the social media champ over there.
Oh yeah.
Who?
Aki. He stays on all those guys.
Oh no! I'm always trying to recruit because I really, my goal for when I get to Georgia is to win the Natty. So the best players you have is the better, and especially you only get to be in the top recruiting class one time in your life. Recruiting is a one-time thing; it really doesn't happen ever again. So that's my goal for now is get the best players you can, especially with Zachary Evans and Kendall Milton. Oh my gosh!
Yes,
I need to run behind them guys.
Yeah, I saw you guys kind of reaching out to them again after I think it was the Braun announcement, kind of letting them know, reminding them, say, hey, look what you're going to have playing in front of you if you come to Athens.
Oh yeah. They know too. But they're taking their time. I respect it. They're gonna make a choice when they're ready. I hope it's Georgia, and I have a good feeling it's gonna be Georgia.
Awesome, man. When's your next trip back to Athens?
I should be going up there July 27th. I think they're having a recruiting trip kind of day for recruits, I believe.
You got any games you're gonna try to make it out to, or what?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna try to make it up to the Notre Dame and the Texas A&M game.
Well, I know. Like I said, I just found out. I was telling the guys earlier in the show that we got tickets for Texas A&M, so we'll be up there then. I'll try to go meet you face to face if that's cool.
Yes, sir.
Shake your hand and welcome you to Athens, man.
Yes, sir. No problem.
All right. What's the deal with Kempner? How is your team looking this year?
We're looking better than we were last year. We're hopefully we gotta fix a lot of problems, and I feel that we can get it done, and we'll fix it in the off season. Hopefully, that's the mentality we're using right now.
Who's your big, like, y'all have any games that you're already kind of looking forward to? Is it or the big rival for Kempner? Who is that?
Oh, that's Austin, and they have Troy Amari and Kendall Setz. Those are two big time recruits that they have over there.
Okay.
That's usually the game.
Y'all gonna be ready for them?
Yeah, of course, most definitely. I'm gonna make sure we're ready for them.
That's right. There you go. Now I know there's been a lot of talk about, people saying that you only pass blocked like 3 times in a game or something like that. Last year. How do you feel?
Yes, sir.
How do you feel that do you feel like that's something that's going to hinder you? Do you feel like that's something that it makes you work on it that much harder in camps and things like that, or what's your thoughts on that?
Oh no! I'm the number one guard in the nation, in my opinion, regardless of pass blocking or not. I know my athletic ability. You see my footwork.
Right.
You see my footwork. They can see me pass blocking in the University of Georgia uniform. Coach Pittman knows. Coach Pittman's recruiting me. Y'all give Coach Pittman all this credit for recruiting the best offensive lineman. If I'm not the best offensive guard in the country, why is Coach Pittman recruiting me? Because he knows if you can roll your hips, you can pass block. It's not hard. I do it in camps all the time. I got open. I went to the Nike Open in finals. I don't have any pass block on my film.
Yes. My new favorite recruit.
I can learn how to pass block. Not hard.
My new favorite.
That's probably
favorite.
That's probably the best answer I've ever heard.
Yep.
Akinola Ogunbiyi. I love it, man. That's awesome.
Sounds like a savage.
He's like, wait.
You They can watch some of my camp tapes. I mean, I did all right. I did decent.
Yeah.
Hey, let me tell you, I started playing football my freshman year. My freshman year in high school that's my first time doing anything athletically. Before that, I was eating cupcakes and sitting myself at home. Freshman year was my first time doing anything at Slavy. I've come a long way. Trust me, I in my opinion, I pass block benches a lot of people who've been doing it since Pee Wee football.
I love it.
Hey, don't hate. I'm 42
okay.
and still at the house eating cupcakes.
Yeah, but your pass blocking sucks, Jason.
Ooh, pass blocking, run blocking. I can block anybody who tries to. I can block anybody who tries to get my cupcakes or TV controller.
And the thing is that we're not recruiting Zachary Evans and Kendall Milton so we can pass block. We're running the ball,
Boom.
sir.
Yes, sir.
And now that's officially the best answer I've ever heard.
True.
All right. You say you just started playing ball in the 9th grade. Who got you out onto the football field?
I mean, I got tired because I've always been a big kid. I got tired of people asking me if I play football or not. So I just decided to. Freshman year I wasn't very good. I wish I recorded myself because the improvement is major. Major.
Yeah. Who do you? How did you improve so drastically? Was it just? I mean, is it you? Like, is there a particular coach that helped you out a lot, or is it just going to the camps and learning technique, or how did you improve so drastically?
I think I just grew into my body, to be honest. Sophomore year, I have two. Jacob Mango, he's a linebacker that he's committed to. He's not committed. He's at Stanford right now. He just finished his freshman year. I think he redshirted, but he helped me a lot because the summer going into my sophomore year, him and my other friend Abby, they picked me up a lot, and we went to summer conditioning, and I was able to work out and run and do a lot of that, and that helped my body a little bit, and it just helped me grow into my body. But other than that, I think that's cool. That's it. Like I have major improvements.
Mm-hmm. Well, when did you? Go ahead, Doug.
Yeah, I know we only got about 6 minutes left on the show. I know a lot of people want to know. I think it's been a popular question. If you had to give a 3 most wanted people that aren't committed to Georgia right now, who would be your top 3, and you don't have to have an order?
Cedric Van Pran, Zachary Evans, and Kendall Milton. And I don't. There's some. I think top 3 is too little because there's some I believe are committed to Georgia, but to them they're not committed. But
yeah, you don't have to say those names.
Zachary Evans, Kendall Milton, and Cedric Van Pran.
Okay. And then the other question I have for you, if you had to pick a guy that you think would be your roommate in college right now, who do you think that person would be?
Ooh, Tate Ratledge.
And when did y'all?
I got committed, right?
Yeah, I mean, it could be someone that's not committed too.
Oh, I mean,
I guess that'd be a pretty good. Yeah, who would be the person that you would have as a roommate that wouldn't be committed right now?
Yeah, that wouldn't be committed. Just any recruit, it doesn't even matter if they're going to Georgia or not.
Yep.
It would be probably Cedric Van Pran, because Georgia, they have a thing that is 4 rooms. So there's 4 rooms and 2 bathrooms in the dorm. So I'll probably be Cedric Van Pran, Paris Johnson, Sheely Ringo, and Kendall Milton. I feel like that would be that's more than I wouldn't have a place to stay. I gotta remove one.
Could be a lot of future NFL players in that room.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
And future SEC and national champions, right?
Facts.
Yes, sir.
Hey,
All
go
right, man.
ahead and give your teammates a shout out. Who else should we be looking for? Whether it be for Georgia or smaller schools, or who else should we keep an eye on?
Ooh, I think we should keep your eye on Cedric Van Pratt. Most definitely. I'm promoting that guy. I've been promoting him the whole show. Who else? I think that's it.
You see, Marcus Rosemy posted that he's committing soon.
Who?
Rosemy, the wide receiver.
I don't know him.
Yeah, you got to
He's out of
check
Florida.
him out.
I'm not deep in recruiting.
Yeah, check him out. He's going to be committing soon, and most people think it's Georgia.
Ooh.
Well, we'll let Kirby take care of Rose. We'll let Kirby take care of Rosemy, and you can take care of Evans and Milton for us.
Yes, sir.
Cool. All right, man. What is your? We got a couple minutes left. What is your Twitter and Facebook, Instagram? Anything you want anybody to give you a follow on that's listening in right now?
Oh, you guys can give me a follow. See, my usernames are long. You can give me a follow on Twitter and Instagram. They're both the same username though. Akinola Ogunbiyi, AKINOLA OGUNBIYI. This is live, so I don't know if they would get that. AKINOLA OGUNBIYI. That's my Instagram, actually.
That works. Hey, I'll tag you in the when I send out the replays and stuff.
Yes, sir.
You can tweet them out and send them out too. Man, this has been awesome, dude. Sitting and talking with you. Anytime you want to come on, man, let us know.
I wasn't ready, so just next time I'm gonna be like right now. I'm just in the car outside. Oh, next time I'll be ready to be ready to talk. I got you guys next time.
Sweet. All right, sounds good, man. We will hit you up.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate it, man. Go Dogs.
No problem. Oh, factuals. Yes, sir.
Go Dogs. That is Akinola Ogunbiyi. Give him a follow and on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Check him out. Fun kid, man. We got about 25 seconds, so I'm going to wrap it up real quick. Hit us up at fieldstreetforum.com. Got all the news stories. Hit the Classic City chat, most current date for all the latest news, breaking news, things like that. Give me a follow at The Real Dre on all social media. Give Dustin a follow at DWoody15. And until next week, go Dogs. See ya.
Things.